I think that as a person who has hypertension, I think what is really important to me is to have access to my doctor. I have lots of questions, and when I'm there, I have conversation with her. And when we're not together, there's no way to get back in touch with her. She always tells me to email her, and she never responds back. It takes her months or weeks, not months, but weeks for her to respond back. But it's important to me to be able to have access to the team or to the physician about my hypertension. Well, as you know, my day job, I'm a health advocate for PICA Head Start. So my job is to connect our families to clinics and hospitals so that we have healthy children that come to school. One of the problems that people are facing, we know that it's this whole financial thing. And I know companies are in between patient and their financial budget. And people who owe money, they are getting, in this day and age, their services are based upon how much money you owe them. So recently we had a parent who had to get an asthma pump for the child, and because they owed money, they gave them the pump, but they didn't give them the plastic tubing because there was short money. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. But when I called Health Partners to find out, they need to pay their bill. So my thing is, that defeats the purpose of how we're going to have healthy children. If they owe a bill and you can't give them the complete, what's the point of giving it to them? Why give them the machine if you're not going to give them the tubing? So Head Start paid for the tubing, but that did not solve the problem for Health Partners because they still owe that bill. And it's like if something serious happened, what's going to happen with this family? So when I called, I was trying to debunk this parent's concept of what she was telling me, but when I found out it was true, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the future of if people have these big bills. Are they only going to get part of their services, or what's going to happen? So that's something, and I understand from the company's point of view that they got to make their money, but what's going to happen to healthcare in the future if people have these huge bills and they don't pay it? Maybe we need to get some kind of financial reform to get people to pay their bills, or that's gonna relieve some of that tension, or whatever we need to do so that can change. A recent office visit I had that I felt good was that my doctor and I were talking about my hypertension, and I'm losing weight, and my blood pressure is getting somewhat normal. And what made me feel good was the fact that she picked up the phone, my doctor picked the phone and left me a voice message, not once, but twice, to get back in touch with her. And there was a connection. It made me feel good that I have a doctor like her. To me, I think she's amazing. And to take that time out to make a phone call, to answer a question or to give me an answer, and made me feel good. So that's a good time. That's a good experience that I had. I have had a headache since November. I have a headache all day, every day. And at first, I wasn't sure what it was. But I noticed that here it is 3 months later, almost 4 months later, my headache is still there. So I decided maybe I need to call my doctor, because maybe it is the blood pressure medicine that she changed it to. And maybe I need to change the medication. So just the other day, which was Monday, I called to get my appointment. And when I called, they said that the next time I could actually see my doctor would be March 27th. That's a long time out. So much can happen between today and March 27th when we talk about hypertension. That is serious. So between now and March 27th, I'm not taking those pills because the headache is horrible. Since I haven't taken it in the last 2 days, I haven't had a headache. So I have to wait until March 27th to see the doctor. And one of the things that I had said in my last thing about getting to know your clientele and not just know me by a chart. So my question was, is there any place else that I can see my doctor because she's at a different clinic? And they said, no, but you can go to a different clinic, period. I mean, a new doctor, a new somebody who I don't know and who don't know me, but yet I want to trust this new person to give me a new medication. Right now, I think I'm going to wait till the 27th and just take nothing. That's the only thing I can think of. The one change that I highly recommend is that timing. The timing of where doctors are so bogged down with so many clients that my appointment is scheduled over a month out. That doesn't work. The change, either we have to go back to the way things is that I can call and get to see my doctor when I'm sick, or we got to do something differently. And if the team of people are there and they work as a team, that's one thing versus sending me to Minnetonka, where I had never been to Minnetonka's clinics to see a doctor. Not to put anything bad about Minnetonka doctor, but I have never been there. So you're going to have me an appointment out in Minnetonka to see a team of people that I think is going to give me the best care or put me on a hypertension medicine from someone that doesn't know me. That's not going to work. So I would prefer not to take anything and risk not having a stroke, not having a seizure because I'm not taking my medicine, that when by the time I see her on the 27th, she tells me it wasn't your blood pressure medicine that was giving you those headaches, it was your sinuses, and you need to do this. Now I have to build up again with something that I haven't taken in over a month. That's not good.